Hi, boys and girls. For religion today, remember this week we're talking about how Jesus cares for us and loves us and how he wants us to be like him. So today, from my blue Bible, I have the story of the Good Samaritan. It's from Luke chapter 10, verses 25 to 37. We're also going to read the little mini book that comes in your religion book, and now that you have your religion book, you can follow along. It's right after page 218, 218. So you can either pause and go get it, or you can read it later. Remember, it's one of those you pull it out and you fold it, and it's a little book, so you can follow along with me. But first, I just want you to relax, and I want you to listen to the story of the Good Samaritan. Just then, a lawyer stood up to test Jesus. "Teacher," he said, "what must I do to inherit eternal life?" He said to him, "What is written in the law?" "What do you read there?" he answered. "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and all your soul, and all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself." And the lawyer and he said to him, You have given the right answer. Do this, and you will live." But wanting to justify himself, he asked Jesus, "And who is my neighbor?" Jesus replied, "A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and fell into the hands of robbers, who stripped him, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. Now by chance a priest was going down the road, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. So likewise, a Levite," it's just someone they're saying where he's from, "when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan," again, just saying where he's from, "while traveling, came near him, and when he saw him, he was moved with pity. He went to him and bandaged his wounds, having poured oil and wine on them, just like we would put ointment on. And he put him up on his own animal, brought him to the inn, and took care of him. The next day he took out some money and gave it to the innkeeper, and said, 'Take care of him, and when I come back I will repay you whatever more you spend.' Which of these three do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of the robbers?" He said. "The one who showed him mercy." Jesus said to him, "Go and do likewise." So that's the story of the Good Samaritan. And there's a similar story in your book, and it's just called The Caring Man. So if you got it and you want to follow along, you can. I just thought this would be neat because it's from your book and you can follow me. The Caring Man. Jesus told this story. One day a man was walking down a road. Robbers came along. They beat him and took his money. They left him hurt and alone. Some people walked by the man who was hurt, but they did not stop to help him. Later, another man came walking down the road. He stopped and helped the man who was hurt. On the last page, it says, "Who was the caring man in the story? How did he show he cared?" So I want you to circle the caring man on your page. There's 3 options. And I want you to circle the caring man. And then I want you to tell mom or dad how he cared. What did he do? Did he just pass by the man? So what I get from the story of the Good Samaritan is Jesus wants us to be kind to everyone. He doesn't want you to just be kind to your friends, or the hardest part, he doesn't want you just to be nice to the people that are nice to you. Sometimes people aren't nice to us. It happens. It happens all the time. He wants you to be nice to those people too. And sometimes those are the hardest people to be nice to. I know I think about when I grew up, or maybe my kids growing up now, and someone does something mean to a sibling. I did something mean to my sister, or she did something mean to me, wasn't very nice. The hardest thing was to forgive them and to do something nice to them. But that's what Jesus wants us to do. And if you remember in the other lesson, we talked about Jesus having dinner with the tax collector. No one thought that would happen because no one liked him because he collected their money and they didn't think it was fair. But Jesus said, he deserves to have dinner with me. So think about that. Even if they're not your friend, even maybe if they're not being that nice, maybe it's a brother or a sister, or maybe it's just a friend, and they didn't make a good choice and they weren't nice, Jesus still wants you to be nice back to them. And on top of it, you could pray for that person. And that would be great. So, I hope you have a very nice day and find something or find someone to help today. Mom, dad, brother, sister, maybe a little sister is trying to learn to tie their shoes, or maybe a big brother has to clean their room and you could help them just because it's a nice thing to do. It's not fun, but it's a nice thing to do. So find something to do that's nice for someone else. I'm having trouble with my words today. All right, love you. Bye.